Here we have a geometry question. Okay, let's go to the question. In the figure above, O is the center of the circle, AB equals to 16 centimeter and OM equals to 6 centimeter. What is the radius of the circle? Okay, the question clearly says O is the center of the circle, and also, so there is a line segment inside the circle. So whenever we have a line segment inside the circle, and also the two endpoints of the line segment is on the circle, then it's called chord. So AB is the chord, and they have drawn a perpendicular line from the center of the circle to the chord AB. So whenever we draw a perpendicular line from the center of the circle to the chord, the perpendicular line drawn from the center to the chord will bisect the chords. That is, will divide the length of the chord into two equal parts. So the line segment, I mean the perpendicular OM drawn from the center O to chord AB divides the line segment AB into two equal parts. Already we know that the length of AB is 16 centimeter. So it is divided by the point M into two equal parts. Then the length of AM is 8 centimeter. The length of MB is also 8 centimeter. And also the question says the length of OM is 6 centimeter. Okay, so they ask us to find the radius of the circle. So OB means the distance between the center and any point on the circle is called radius. So OB represents radius. So we have to find the length of OB. So let's consider the right triangle OMB, and we can use Pythagorean theorem to get the length of OB, which represents the radius of the circle. So in right triangle OMB, so according to Pythagorean theorem means like if I square the lengths of two legs of the right triangle and add them, it must be equal to the square of the hypotenuse. That is, I am going to square this leg OM positive and this leg, that is MB square. So I just squared the lengths of two legs of this triangle and added them. It must be equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Actually, hypotenuse is nothing but the side which is opposite to the right angle. So here OB is the side opposite to right angle. So the sum of squares of two legs for right triangle must be equal to the square of the hypotenuse, which is OB square. So already we know that the length of OM is 6, so we can plug in 6 for OM, then we get 6 square, and for MB we have 8, so 8 square is equal to OB square. So 6 square is 36 and 8 square is 64 equals to OB square. And when I add them, 36 and 64, I'm getting 100 is equal to OB square. So actually my aim is to get the length of OB, so I have to get rid of the square. So for that, I have to take square root on both sides. When I take square root on both sides, the square root and square will cancel out. And whenever I take square root for a number, the in front of the square root will have positive or negative sign. So square root of 100 is just 10. We get positive or 10 is equal to OB. So I got the length of OB. OB is equal to positive 10 or negative 10. So the radius of a circle can now be a negative value. So we can ignore this negative 10. So the length of OB is 10. Actually, OB represents the radius of the circle. So the radius of the circle is 10 centimeter.